Welcome Jean Makela. Jean Makela. Shake my hand.
Thanks, Rennie.
Welcome. Do you want to pull the mic out? Okay.
Thanks, everybody, for being here. You know, I missed the last 2 weeks of class, that's true. But I had a lot of practice with my wife's family in Scotland, so that's what I've been doing. I've been working on it. When I first started this class, stand-up comedy, I began thinking, I can never do this, you know. I'm the shy, retiring type, kind of an introvert. But when I went home and told my family and my friends, they laughed so hard that I thought maybe I could do okay in the class, you know. So, and now, at the final exam here, 3/4 of the audience are people I've asked to come, and they've agreed to laugh so hard at my stuff. So I got it made in the shade, you know. So, you know, I'm in good hands, you know, with all you people out here. So I feel like I'm insured by Allstate or something. So, you know, living life as an introvert has been hard. Being an introvert, I spent a lot of time thinking, but clearly I don't have everything figured out. I can't even decide, you know, what kind of peanut butter I like the best. You know, you have creamy, you have smooth, you have chunky. You know, you have peanut butter with jelly. You have peanut butter with honey. You have peanut butter with probiotics. That's right, folks. You can now get peanut butter with probiotics. Then you have to choose what brand. Do you choose Skippy? Peter Pan? Do you choose Smuckers? And you can also grind your own peanuts. You can grind your own peanuts at some stores. Have you ever wondered how often do they clean the machines that grind the peanuts in those stores? I have. Sometimes I lose sleep over it. There are other things I worry about. I love to go tubing on the French Broad River. Unfortunately, the last time I went, I didn't have much fun because I had to keep my mouth shut to keep the E. coli out. My God, it's almost getting not safe to live in the world anymore. You can't even go to the county fair for fear of getting Legionnaire's disease. Earlier in my life, there was a period during which I taught at a university. I was kind of a goofball as a professor, though. One day, around noon, a colleague came up to me and said the students were asking, you know, what was going on. And I said, what do you mean? He said, what was going on with my shoes? I looked down and, my God, I had 2 different shoes on. I looked down and they weren't only different shoes, they were different colored shoes. Not only that, they were different types of shoes. They were different patterns. Well, I learned my lesson, folks. After that, I never ever wore 2 different shoes again. As an introvert, I have a lot of time on my hands. I like to drive around a lot. One day, I saw a sign in front of a church that said, "Don't let worry kill you, let the church help." Well, after seeing this, I wanted to find out more church wisdom like this. So I looked for church bulletins and church newsletters, and I'll tell you, there were some really good bloopers. Some of my favorites include the following. At the evening service tonight, the topic of the sermon will be, "What is hell?" Come early and listen to our choir practice. On Tuesday, a bean supper will be held in the worship hall. Music will follow. Weight Watchers will meet at 7 p.m. in the Lutheran Church. Please use the large double doors at the rear of the church. New choir robes are currently needed due to the addition of several members and due to the deterioration of some older ones. Mrs. Johnson will enter the hospital next week for testes. Next Sunday, Pastor will preach his farewell sermon, after which the choir will sing, "Break Forth into Joy." The 8th graders will present Shakespeare's Hamlet at 7 p.m. in the church basement on Friday. The congregation is invited to come and listen to this tragedy. Do you ever read something that just strikes you funny? Sometimes I read a newspaper headline that just jumps right out at me. Last month I read a headline that said, "Missing woman is a no-show at court hearing." I remember another that I'll never forget. I had just graduated from college, and I was jogging in my community where I live just to get some exercise. And I came upon a hotel that on the marquee it said, big bold letters, "Have your next affair here." Thanks, folks. You've been a great audience.
Dean Makela, ladies and gentlemen. Dean Makela.